Your dog licks the floor, the couch, your hands, your face. Sometimes it feels constant, almost compulsive, and most people laugh it off. He's just being affectionate. He likes the taste. That's just what dogs do. But pause for a second. What if licking isn't random at all? What if it's not just affection and not just curiosity, but regulation, communication, memory, instinct running deeper than you realize? Because in the animal world, licking is never a small behavior. It's one of the earliest survival tools a puppy ever learns. Before sight fully develops, before independence, before understanding the world, licking is connection, licking is reassurance. Licking is information gathering, and sometimes licking is stress release. So when your dog licks everything, the walls, the floor, your skin, he may not be just licking. He may be telling you something, and by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly what that behavior really means and when you should pay closer attention. If you care about truly understanding your dog's behavior, not just managing it, subscribe now. Because here, we don't just talk about pets, we decode them. Now let's break this down. Why number 1, the first language they ever learned. Before your dog knew your name, before he understood commands, before he even saw clearly, he learned to lick. Newborn puppies are born blind and nearly deaf, but they are not disconnected. They find their mother through warmth, through scent, through touch, and licking is part of that early communication loop. The mother licks to stimulate breathing, to trigger elimination, to clean, to regulate, and the puppies lick back. Not because they understand love, but because their nervous system is wiring itself through contact. Licking becomes associated with safety, with nourishment, with survival. So when your adult dog licks you, a part of that primitive memory is still active. It's not a conscious memory. It's embedded regulation, a behavior rooted before personality ever formed, and that matters because it tells us licking is not random, it's foundational. Why number 2, emotional regulation, the hidden stress valve. Here's what most people miss. Licking changes brain chemistry. Repetitive licking stimulates the release of calming neurochemicals. It lowers arousal. It reduces internal tension. In other words, licking can soothe, not dramatically, but subtly, micro-relief. Dogs live in a world of constant sensory input. Sounds we ignore, smells we never notice, movements we don't register. Their nervous system is always scanning, and sometimes it needs discharge. Licking the floor, licking the couch, licking their own paws. It can be self-soothing, not anxiety in panic form, but low-grade stimulation, accumulated microstress, uncertainty. If your dog licks more after visitors leave, after a walk, after a new experience, that's not coincidence, that's decompression. And if licking becomes excessive, especially directed at one spot, that's when regulation may be turning into compulsion. There's a line, and learning to see it changes everything. Why number 3, social bonding and reinforcement. Licking is also social glue in wild canid groups. Licking is not random affection, it reinforces hierarchy. It reduces tension. It signals trust. Subordinate wolves lick the muzzle of dominant ones. Puppies lick adult dogs to trigger regurgitation. Group members lick to diffuse conflict. It's communication without sound. When your dog licks your face or hands, it may look like simple affection. And yes, affection is part of it. But beneath that is something deeper. It's proximity reinforcement. When your dog licks you and you respond, even by laughing, speaking, or gently pushing him away, you are engaging. And engagement strengthens bonding pathways, your scent, your taste, your skin chemistry. All of it becomes part of a relational loop. Some dogs lick more with one specific person in the house. That's not accidental. That's targeted bonding, because licking is not just emotional expression. it's relationship maintenance. Why number 4, chemical information processing. Dogs do not experience your skin the way you do. Your skin is data. Sweat carries chemical signals, hormonal traces, stress markers, changes in physiology. When you're anxious, your scent shifts. When you exercise, your salt levels change. When you're sick, subtle biochemical alterations occur, and dogs can detect it. Licking allows them to gather more detailed information than smelling alone. Taste is amplified scent. It's deeper sampling. When your dog licks your hands after you come home, he's not just greeting you, he's reading your day. When he licks the floor obsessively in one spot, he may be detecting residue you cannot perceive. Dogs explore the world chemically, and licking is part of that exploration system. It's investigative behavior layered on top of emotional behavior, which means sometimes it's bonding, sometimes it's curiosity, and sometimes it's data collection. Why number 5, when licking becomes a signal you shouldn't ignore. Here's where awareness matters. Occasional licking is normal. Contextual licking is normal, but persistent, intense, repetitive licking without interruption, especially when directed at the same object, surface, or body part, can signal imbalance. It can point to chronic stress, skin irritation, gastrointestinal discomfort, allergies, or compulsive behavior loops. If your dog seems unable to disengage, if the licking replaces play, if it escalates at night, if it leaves redness or sores, that's not cute, that's information. The key difference is flexibility. Healthy behavior is flexible. Compulsive behavior is rigid. A dog that can stop licking when redirected is regulating. A dog that cannot may be overwhelmed internally. And your role is not to suppress the licking, it's to understand what is driving it. Because behavior is never the root, it's the surface. The next time your dog licks you, pause. Instead of reacting automatically, observe what just happened before. Was there stimulation? Was there silence? Was there tension? Was there closeness? Because licking is not random noise in your dog's behavior, it's a signal layered with instinct, chemistry, bonding, and regulation. It connects him to his earliest memories. It helps him discharge stress. It reinforces your relationship. It allows him to read your internal state. And sometimes it's a quiet request for help. The difference between a reactive owner and an aware one is interpretation. You don't have to stop every behavior, but you should understand it. Because when you decode small signals, you prevent bigger problems. And when you truly understand your dog's behavior, your relationship changes. If this helped you see your dog differently, like the video. Subscribe if you want to keep decoding what most people overlook. And tell me in the comments, does your dog lick more when you're calm or when you're stressed? Thank you for paying attention to what your dog has been saying all along.